fucking
We're going to tweet technical
4K.
difficulties, but football's
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh shit!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Let's Talk Battle Rap is in the building. The
Good
group
morning,
chat is
everybody.
here. The full crew, the whole staff and crew is here. It's an important week. The NFL season starts today in a few hours. It's going down. That's really what's most important here is the NFL. But
By far.
we're about that's the most important thing. It's Smo's birthday. Happy birthday. Smo said
That's a fact.
Smo's exact quote was, "I was born today," but it doesn't matter because it's NFL.
No,
This is also a fact. He joined and said,
It's very
I
secondary.
was born today, but that don't matter because football is back.
It's football.
I was like, damn.
And the season technically started Thursday, but this is our
Yes.
first Sunday. This is the last Sunday without for a minute. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but football's not the people. So we're gonna knock out some bulletproof predictions, a couple topics for y'all, and then we'll all get to what we're really awake and alive for today. But how are you gentlemen doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. Got my brother Q with me. What up, bro?
I was supposed to shoot a music video this morning, and then we got rained out. So
I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I don't know what you thought you were gonna do a music video and be here at like 1 o'clock. Yo, y'all ready to record? No, recording time's over.
I thought I'd be back by like 11.
Oh, okay. 11 would have worked.
I was like, yo, you still know anything, nigga?
It's Sunday. It's kickoffs in 2 minutes. Red zone's selling there in 2 minutes, brother. I don't know what you think's going on.
Yeah, I was bugging.
Yeah, it's all good. First things first. URL has announced a new tournament, guys. A nice little 1 round. I guess they called it a Crucible. They call it the Crucible. Smack announced this on his stream.
So there's two different things.
This the Crucible?
There's 2 different things. There's the Crucible, but then there's also the tournament. Those are 2 separate things.
Oh, understood. So the important thing, the 8-man tournament, the important thing taking place. It's that 1 day 8-man tournament, October 4th. We got Appa versus Gary Alston, Lamont versus Nakim the Prophet, Young L versus Gorilla Monsoon, and Dollar Bill versus Raw. iBattle's in the building. The iBattle champion is in the building.
iBattle, obviously, Nakim, and then I think the more important addition, iBattle-wise, would also be Appa, who people have been asking for. I think they even put it in the trailer. New Jersey Twerk personally has been asking for Appa to be on URL for a minute. And for a lot of people, when you ask who is the best talent over at iBattle, I think many people will choose either Preem or Appa. And Appa being the more all-around battle rapper, maybe the more unique style. A lot of people want that breath of fresh air on URL. So out of the people, excuse me, I'm a little short of breath this morning, but out of the people that have made this tournament, I'm looking at Dala and I'm looking at Appa as the 2 biggest additions so far.
Yeah, these are very interesting names to have join the roster. Appa and Dollar Bill specifically have been names that people have been interested in seeing on URL for some time now. Granted, Dollar Bill was also doing RBE stuff, so there was a reason why Dollar Bill wasn't on URL or the URL platform for so long. But if RBE isn't running very often or frequently as we see, Dollar Bill is a no-brainer to pick up and give a chance and give a look to. So Appa and Dollar Bill were no-brainers, and I think most of the field is pretty interesting too. It's a 1-day tournament. I'm pretty sure they're also 1-round battles as well.
Yes,
yes,
indeed.
So 1 day, 1 round. The prize is $5,000. I'm pretty sure. And I think this is all going to be streamed on Smack's Twitch, which is interesting. That how much Smack is putting forth with the Twitch thing and really trying to make that kind of a destination for stuff to go. But yeah,
how's it feel to wake up a loser? There are currently only 2 winless teams in the NFL, and you're one of them. How's that feel? Hope that feels good.
I had CeeDee Lamb in fantasy, coach. If that happens again, you're gonna have to come see me. I ain't gonna see him. That is what it is. But I think that the one other thing I like about the tournament a lot is it all happening in 1 day. I think the last time that I remember a 1-day tournament really taking off, which I believe was a 1-round tournament as well, was the Midnight Madness tournament. I think that there's a certain level of excitement watching people battle back to back and advancing right there and still battling the next round. an hour later or even less than that. So I am a fan of the concept as a whole. I don't think it's like too impactful, but it's an opportunity for these guys to steal the shine. You know, some of them are already more known names than others, but even for those like a Gary Olson, who I've never heard of in my life, if he's fire, maybe knocks out a dollar bill in a late round, all of a sudden he's got some impact for the day. And then of course competing for $5,000, it's like a fair level cash prize, especially for your first look on URL. So it seems like a pretty condensed small project, but it's a way of putting new talent on. It's a creative way of doing it that might keep the attention retained a little bit longer. So all in all, I think it's a pretty decent idea from URL.
For sure. People have been wanting tournaments for a while, so it's nice to finally get one again. So people can like be like, oh, tournaments are back. Mama Ward, good morning. We're so glad you're doing better. Glad to hear from you for sure. Glad you're doing better.
Absolutely. Send nothing but good energy your way. Glad you're with us this morning.
For sure.
Not like just to, and I would say that there's a bunch of new talent kind of coming in is the more interesting. Even like apart from the tournament's the more interesting part. No matter what, like there's money on the ground there, but when you announce it in conjunction with, I guess they're finishing up the Crucible, so whatever that process was that never fucking came out, and it was
the Crucible, man.
Vibes.
Yeah,
it was vibes.
Yeah, but that's my thing. I think is kind of a good departure. Is like they're finishing up whatever the Crucible process was from the last year.
Well, I hope it's finished. I hope there's no more. I hope we just don't.
Well, that's my thing. Is I kind of get the impression that they're finishing up the Crucible, and then you have this 1 day kind of tournament thing that might be a new way of introducing this new talent, because these are all new guys. This is Appa, Dollar Bill, it's Lamonsta. It's like a whole bunch of new guys in the that are coming in, and it's not being branded as a Crucible, whatever. As far as I saw, so it also feels like we're kind of like maybe moving away from the Crucible once we finish up this thing that has Justice in it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Battlepalooza.
Yeah, Battlepalooza. I'm number one supporter of like burn down the Crucible. Even though they've actually given some good talents to the league, like the way it's just presented, everything terrible. It's been terrible, always been difficult to follow. So if this is a success, this 1 day tournament idea, I would love going forward to just do that. And then if you want, you don't even got to put all 8 on URL, just an idea. Pick out the 3 or 4 that you like, or even less if less people show true URL potential. But I think that this could be a way quicker, exciting, and more watchable way of bringing new talent to the forefront. And it's much better than a 3-phase process that nobody was watching any of the phases for. Then there was just talent popping up at the end. And like, well, I guess that's who won the Crucible. So there's potential here for change, and change for the better. So I'm still not 100% sure how it's going to go. It feels like it's kind of popped up out of nowhere, but sometimes that's where the best things come out of nowhere. So
100%. So that's good on that. We'll give more on that as it gets close to the date. It's October 4th, so as it gets close to the date, we'll have more on that. You know, Smacks are not over there, as they're calling him. Having a great time on Twitch. So yeah, guys, Saturday, the event we have been waiting for months,
long time,
finally taking place. Bulletproof is going down. Hitman, Holla Murder, Mook, Calico, Rum Nitty. We got the Wody on the card, the Miss two-time Wody, excuse me. Jazz the Rapper. Her Wody ceremony Monday, 1 p.m. By the way, make sure y'all watch that.
Yes.
Tune into that. We got Hollow and Swamp. We got a lot going on, man. Bulletproof is going down. I'm excited, guys.
How can you not be? It's mega event September. We've been waiting for a minute. I know I've been quiet second half to August. Not that it's been disgusting or super drama based out here. There just hasn't been too much of anything for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're getting back to not just events, but like large scale events is always great. And then this a week later, followed up by Summer Madness, it's going to be quite ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be busy as fuck. You guys will hopefully be busy too watching, and all the content we'll have out. But we're going to be starting off with Bulletproof, man, with the main event of main events, to be perfectly honest with you. So a lot of stuff to talk about. How are you guys feeling about the card?
I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Hopefully this card stays at, what is it, 6 battles and a surprise. Still too many. Still too many.
I would like 5.
Only needed 5. Only really needed 5.
But 7 isn't too far off. Titles. Yeah, 7's still in the realm.
So. Yeah, and you know the problem with Takeover is that the more time they have to book an event, the more battle time they feel like they can add battles. They're
They
like, yo,
can't help themselves.
we put 3 more on this card. They have a real addiction to just adding rap battles
I'm
to an
glad that
event.
they made it a pre-show before, they did with J2 and
Yes,
Porno, and because I'm not gonna lie, with the
that
way
was
they were
great.
moving on Apollo, if this was Apollo, they would have been like, "No, just throw it on there, give them an
Yeah,
opportunity." Like, no, no, all done
for real,
opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
for real.
I
We don't
love,
need that.
and while I do think, and Q, Titus, either you guys can answer if you feel the same way. I have Apollo as event of the year so far, right? And I was very big on Apollo, but with 20 plus battles, it was just hard to care about some battles that deserved a little bit more care because we had then done like 2 10-hour shifts of battle rap. That's ridiculous. Nobody should be doing that. So I appreciate the festival style setting of Apollo. And obviously, I have it as the best event of the year so far. But if Bulletproof, with hard competition a week later for this title, but if Bulletproof pulls off what it should pull off with less battles, but still star studded and even a better top 2 battles on the card than possibly Apollo had, I think this could once again even be better than Apollo and be our new event of the year here in September. So I have high expectations for what Bulletproof could bring.
Go ahead, Q.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do feel like Bulletproof is kind of top heavy in regards. Like you have maybe the best 1-2 that you could possibly do but on a card right now. At least in my opinion, I really wanted to see Nitty and Calico for a long time, and Hitman and Mook is Hitman and Mook. So you put together one of the biggest 1-2s any battle rap card could put
I
together
don't think anyone will
in
beat that,
2025.
even if they have better card. Like I think you could argue I like SM more in terms of a full card, what it's
Yeah.
doing. But if you just take the top 2 battles of any card that has happened or will happen this year, nothing is going to do better than the main event and co-main event of this. I completely agree with you.
So like there's things that I still find interesting and that I still like and I'm intrigued by, but I think this is a card where a lot of that intrigue and gravitas and importance is created by those first 2 battles, which is natural. That's how that works. You book the big stuff and that's where all the attention goes. But something like Swamp and Hollow is kind of interesting to me because I'm like, oh well, Swamp hasn't been looking like himself recently. So it's like, oh, what does that battle even look like? But I think this card should either way be very intriguing and should be solid no matter what.
Agreed. What battle I want to start with, man? Do you want to start with like
Or from the bottom of the card.
the
Bottom of
least
the card.
bottom of the card? All right.
I
Let's
think
go with Official and Coffee
Mhm.
Brown.
This
Official
is
Coffee Brown.
this is a good this is a good battle.
One of the best fresh matchups available for female battle rap. It's been that way for quite some time. I feel like every time a bigger card rolls around or anyone talks about like ladies matchups that can still be set up, Official and Coffee is at this point probably 2 of the top 10 female battle rappers of all time, but definitely 2 of the more known, active, and best doing it right now. So this was overdue, and I think it's a perfect way to open up the card, assuming that they'll be opening it up. But how are you guys feeling about it? Who you rolling with?
I like this battle. It feels like it's funny, like you said, a fresh matchup. It's funny because it feels like the top 10 women have all battled each other already. It's
Right.
like, oh, Official and Coffee haven't battled yet. Oh, okay, awesome, cool, great.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that. Yeah.
Yeah, give me that right now, right now. So I'm excited for that battle. I think Official had her down period, but I think she's been better when we've seen her than she was those couple years. Right? I think she's I don't think she's peak Official because I just don't think that's replicable.
But she's respectable Official.
She was very good. She was very good last year. Very good last year.
Yeah. So I think this battle has a chance to and Coffee's Coffee, right? Like I will say she's got a lot going on. She got this card. She's got T-Top's card the next weekend, which that is a lot. That's a lot of rapping. But I think Coffee can I'm sure she'll be fine. She has a lot to say to Official, right? I think this is like in terms of writing, I think it's probably easier for her to write for Official than it is for Renee because Renee doesn't have any footage for real. As opposed to she can just pull from whatever she needs to pull from. It has a lot she can say in that battle, right? So I think she's gonna be very well prepared for this battle. This battle is super interesting. I'm very excited for it. I think I'm leaning Coffee. In this battle.
As am I.
As much as I probably have enjoyed Coffee more this year than I have in the past, when I watch our battles, we're back on a stage here. we are back. We are back in like a stage-ish capacity. I haven't seen the venue. I don't know what the venue looks like. I don't know what the format looks like.
It caps out at 1,000. I looked it up directly on their site. It can hold up to 1,000 people. I believe these battles are being shot pit style still. Like I think it's going to be like 1,000 surrounding, not like an elevated platform. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've come to believe about this event. But the amount of people in the building is going to be like a bigger room, 100%. So
yeah. So I still have a little bit of apprehensions with that type of room for coffee at this age of his career. For as accomplished as she is, I'm still a little apprehensive with her in front of that many people. Officials proven with what she can do in big amounts of people being in a venue or whatever, and she has been very solid for the last year or so. So Coffee's been impressive. I think Coffee will be able to handle the heavy workload here between battling Official and then battling Renea the next week. I think she'll be just fine in terms of her content and her cleanliness, but I have worries about her in front of that many people, so I got Official 2-1.
yeah, I'm going to be rolling coffee. I was going to say I'm going to be rolling coffee 2 on edge just to agree with Titus real quick. Just I think in the year 2025, I think Coffee's just a little bit of a better battle rapper. You know, as good as Official. And we just talked about the fact that Official, in a sense, is back after a couple of years of being down. This is as good as she's looked in the last 2 to 3 years. Is it prime Official? No, but it's still very, very good Official. But this is prime Coffee Brown. For the past 2 to 3 years is her cementing herself as really a legendary career within female battle rap. And I just think she has a few different ways to attack with angling a little bit. Rapping ability wise, I think has always been on the weaker side for Coffee, but I still think that it bar for bar, she can run with Official. I think pen wise, she can even be a little bit more complex. The one worry I will have for this prediction is that being that it's in Houston, punchers tend to reign supreme in Houston, whether it's 1,000 people, 500 people. And I'm going to, for the rest of this card, I'm going to talk about a lot why I have a lot of the punchers left winning their battles. So if Official wins, it wouldn't shock me at all, which is why I could see it being debatable or an edge. But it's more of a respect to I just like what Coffee's done more recently, consistently in the Wody conversation, top 3. I mean, she's runner-up last year. She very easily could have won the award as well. So I'm going Coffee 2-1 edge just off of that better recent form. But if Official chains enough haymakers together, it's like hitting 35-footers in basketball. Like, it doesn't matter if I defend you. Like, if it's going in, it's going in. I can't really do shit about it. So very possible Official wins, but I'm going with Coffee as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great point about the environment, right? Because I kind of forgot about the stage portion of this. Because, like, I think for what it's worth, I think Bads and Bodies had the best stage but pit style format we've ever seen.
Yeah,
with the way it was an elevated stage, but everybody could surround it, so you got the feel of both. I think that worked perfectly. I am curious if this is the actual like pit or if it's elevated. Because if it's just actual pit, 1,000 people still 1,000 people, but it does change the feel a little bit.
Yeah,
it's weird. Battle rap's weird like that. But I think I'm still not saying I pick, but it's something I'm gonna think about later. Next battle, Arsenal versus Jazz the Rapper. I think we can spend about a minute and a half on this one. Jazz is gonna walk in there with her Wody belt and take that belt right to Arsenal, and then go buy a spaghetti plate from him after. So yeah.
Damn.
Does his food truck travel?
It needs to, because his winning record doesn't.
Yeah, this one, and I don't know if I'll say it for all 3 of us, but this is for me for sure. My least favorite matchup of the card. I think this is going to be another Jazz showcase similar to Jazz and Hollow. I could see a world where Arsenal, being that Jazz is an opponent that battlers want to bring a better version of themselves for. So even Hollow, who lost, I actually had him losing 3-0 as well, but he had a good first round in that battle. It would not shock me if Arsenal, whether it's the first or the third, there is a round in this battle where he fights back, but I don't think he has the firepower to go across all 3 rounds. I just dropped my own predictions on the channel, and first comment I had seen is like, the Arsenal disrespect is crazy. He had one bad battle, and I just don't think that some people that really like Arsenal even watch all of Arsenal's battles. There tends to be a lot, but he loses versus men versus women. He loses versus mid tiers. He loses versus top tiers. He loses when he chokes. He loses when he doesn't choke. There's variety. And at the end of the day, I just don't think you'd have to name things that Arsenal's better at right now than Jazz. Is he a better puncher than Jazz the Rapper right now? Is he a better writer when it comes to schemes, more pen style writing? No. Is he a better angler? No. Is he a better performer? No. He's not better at these things. The one thing that I'd say for Ars is being that he has one of the more unique rap styles in history. If we're talking just putting the syllables together, patterns and things like that, that's the power of Arsenal. Everything else is the power of Jazz the Rapper here. And I could see this playing out even a bit uglier, but so similar to Jazz versus Hollow. So I'm going to go Jazz 3-0. I think this could be the most dominant win of anybody on the card that night. Is there a chance, as every Arsenal fan will bring up, oh, do you not remember Ars versus Geechee? They bring it up every time we say he's going to lose. Did you see that battle?
Ars versus Twerk.
Ars versus, so here's one that's better. They'll bring up Ars versus Official, being that's her teammate. So is there a chance that Arsenal finds an elite version of himself and makes it a good battle? That's definitely not impossible, while just statistically unlikely. But I find it hard to believe any world where Jazz doesn't win this battle clear, just point blank period.
So you had a point. Well, and I was like, you know what? Like I like the official thing. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe. But I realized it's something that I've always thought about Arsenal. I was like, Ars is not a good big stage guy. Like it's just not. That's not something that's part of his history too. So on top of his recent form, we're also talking about Ars in front of a large amount of people. Like that's just not historically a good thing for him. So on top of just his recent form, where Jazz has been recently, where Jazz has been doing clearly her best work ever, from Rock, from Hollow, from Vixen to Gaddis, everything from this recent run, just some of her best shit ever. I'm expecting thorough, go outside and pick up a stick ass whooping. That's gonna happen. I don't think this is even gonna be remotely competitive. Arsenal might trick somebody. He might trick some people with like his just rapping ability to structure syllables and make them sound good in his projection. He might trick some people, but I'm expecting Jazz to thoroughly handle business here. It's almost it's almost not fair.
He's gonna have a Miles Davis bar at some point that's gonna like make people think he did good in the round, and the round's gonna be asked.
Now, but yeah, I can't wait for Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
Whoa! Oh man!
You guys ever heard that one before?
It's going down. Yeah. So that was plenty of time on that battle. Whew, that's next. All right. Av and T-Rex. A battle I've needed. A battle I've liked for a very long time. I think it's gonna happen.
I'm about to say, can I ask?
I think it's gonna happen.
I think
because these Av battles have been canceled recently.
They have Swave Seva, Chilla Jones as well, with really too much.
I just want to ask.
I feel like this one, if any of them, he's for sure, getting up out of the house for it. But it's enough.
If there's something going on, hopefully it's taken care of. But I don't know if I've seen Av talk about these battles lately. I'm not sure, but
this is me genuinely asking. Like, this is not trying to be funny. Like, I'm genuinely asking because Av versus Swave was announced and promoted for Street Talk. Av versus Chella was announced and promoted for public influence. Like, these were out there public and then didn't happen without much explanation. So I would like to think that Av and Rex is happening, but the recent track record of these Av battles happening has not been very good for the last couple of scheduled battles.
Nah, I agree. And it's definitely worth worrying about. But I will say, assuming that he is showing up, this is a battle that I like a lot, even though I see it very clearly going one way. And, we just talked about a battle that I don't like as much, even though I see it clearly going one way. But with Av and T-Rex, I think stylistically they're still going to match up well. And you've gotten some of your better T-Rex work of the last 10 years in the last, 2 or 3. Ever since the run of, the Big K, Chess, and Chilla Jones performances, Rex started returning to a state where we could actually watch him compete within the battle. Before a very long period of time, you get one great Rex round, he'd run out of gas. And I feel like the only times that you see that is in bigger rooms now, which is tough because this is going to be a bigger room. But it is good that we're getting a pretty decent Rex over his last few performances, but we're getting more than a decent Av. I mean, ever since 2021, Av's probably won over 90% of his battles clear. And then the few that he doesn't win clear, it's like a handful of debatables. He just said, I don't believe in clearly losing. It's a myth. It's not anything I'm going to do ever again. So it's just one of those where, although I'm excited to see Rex perform here, and I do think he could get around from Av, like an explosive first out of the gate to set the tone, or like versus Swamp, even though Rex struggled visibly versus Swamp, he actually won the third round of that battle. He had a pretty good third round of the battle. So somewhere in there, Rex will compete, but it's kind of like we spoke to in the word I'll use again, firepower. Like across 3 rounds, I don't think he has enough bar stamina. I think I just made that term up, but enough bar stamina where if he has a good first, I don't know if he'll have enough material to have a good second and third to compete with Av. So this one should be an Av showcase. I'm thinking 2-1 at least, maybe even a gentleman's 30, but one where I still enjoy Rex. I still enjoy the battle. I think it'll be good, but I just think Av will do Av things, simply put.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Honestly, I'm taking Av in this battle just because it's Av. That's just my motto. It's Av. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
It's Av committee.
It doesn't need. Yeah. Like it doesn't really need explanation. The answer is it's Av. Like I don't really have to say much more than that, right? I think Rex will be good. It's Rex. I mean, I think Rex will be good. This is gonna be his first battle since the Geechee situation,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So I think he'll be good. I'm most interested in what Rex has to say about Sirius Jones. So I'm most interested in. Him and Av's cool, but I want to hear him say something funny about Sirius Jones. Personally, that nonsense taking place. Yeah, this battle, like I said, I think it's been competitive. I think it's about Av's won it for a long time, which I think also makes it interesting for Av. This is somebody he's won the battle, so we know Av, like his motivation varies. Like Av still be out here getting wins to your points, Mo, but you can tell when Av really wants to beat somebody's ass, and when he's just like, I can beat your ass at like 45%.
He's only got so many big like battles of value, and it's tough for him to get these matchups. Like he's been asking for Calico for a minute now. I don't know when that's going to get set up. Like I don't know Cal's interest in that particular battle. And then you have Rex. And then what do you have besides like Cal and Rex that it really seems
Averb, ABCD.
Averb on Alphabetical Battle League. And that's been and so that should show you how limited our options are. You know what I'm saying? In 2025 for Av. So with one of his last like legend plates that seem obtainable, I mean, it's going to happen as long as he shows up. I'm expecting maybe the best Av we've gotten so far this year. And I hope it's not like last year where when he got Hollow, although he was good versus Hollow, we don't need 9-minute rounds. No, we don't. When you're writing and you know it's getting past 5 minutes, don't just think about yourself. Think about everyone else. Be selfless in that moment and think, do I have to wrap half an hour individually to win? You don't. So please don't. That's my only complaint possibly ahead of time with what Av could do. But I'm expecting a great performance from him.
You raise a great point here, and it's something that I think should be a PSA to all the battle rappers on the card. Listen, I need some awareness here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on a card where Murda Mook is the main event.
Correct. And Hitman Holla.
I need you guys
long rapping people. They
have some fucking decorum when you write these rounds. Have some couth. Please.
You don't gotta be 2 on the dot. Like we're not saying, do it all. Don't do extreme the other way. Give us like a 4-minute round.
If you're near the bottom of this fucking card and you give me like some Snake Eyes, Ace I Mean, long ass battle.
Yeah, we're gonna throw tomatoes.
You're a terrorist.
Yeah, I love Official and Coffee, but let's do 3.
Yeah, I love Official and Coffee for about 37 minutes.
Yeah.
37 minutes would be fantastic.
Yo, Jazz Arsenal.
Here's the thing about Arsenal. Arsenal's gonna wrap to the time limit.
That's a fact.
Arsenal ain't going over the time limit. Arsenal's gonna wrap right to that time limit.
Commendable.
Now Jazz might beat his ass so bad it's gonna be an hour-long battle because of how bad she beating his ass. But I'll take that. I'm cool with that. Like an ass whooping being an hour is cool. If you're gonna rap for like an hour though, like y'all better be battling tonight, or I hope somebody dies in the crowd. This kid's like, no, stop killing him. And you're like, no, he's gonna die.
If you're not
he's gonna die.
That's on this card, and you're over 50 minutes. I'm not saying we're gonna hate your battle, but don't be surprised. We're saying
if you're
surprised battle, we're like that was too long. So
if you're the surprise battle on this card, you got 2.5. You got 2.5. Y'all gotta.
Yo, let me tell you something right now.
2.5.
TBL, you pull. If you doing some bullshit, let me tell you. 90 seconds.
Yeah, it's not 90 seconds and 10 seconds of grace.
Yes, there we
100
go.
seconds one.
That's it.
Right,
That's it.
what
That's what we on. That's what we on.
But yeah, that's what's after Avon Rex. I believe it's Hollow versus Swamp, correct?
Hollow Dahmer. You know what's funny? I forgot this battle's on this card.
Right?
I
I feel like I've seen him talk too much about it either. Besides Hollow saying it's going to be his last time in all these cities, maybe he's telling the truth. I'm not 100% sure. You know what sucks about this one though, guys? I actually really like just this matchup. If you take away the fact that both of them are not doing very good going into this battle, I'd love the battle, but it's going to be hard to predict, not like Official and Coffee because they're doing so good going into the battle. It's because somebody has to win, but there hasn't been a lot of winning going on recently.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about like the matchup, like the battlers involved, don't like the form they're in coming into the battle? How do you guys
Hollow to Don is interesting, right? Because when Hollow had the K-Shine battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't that good, but he won.
Right.
And he entered your TV is going crazy.
Y'all know what's going on. My fault, bro. I don't know what's going on.
You good? Hollow to Don. He picked up the win bad battles badge. Because like, what more can I say? He's winning. You know, he was out there winning bad battles. It became a thing for him.
I had him losing a couple at the time, but he won. He won some of them.
Yeah, I had him beating Shine and Geechee, and then Twerk put all that to an end. Finally, he just went ahead and just got that Houston Hollow wins over again. Got rid of those.
DNA. Well, in Houston, yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think about the fact you're talking just in Houston.
Yeah. And Twerk went ahead and ended that, right? So, and Hollow has been on a battle all the people who I've like been supposed to battle for years streak. Yeah. And you know, the other streak about that is he's lost all those battles.
Yeah,
he's
not
bad versus Travis. He's not bad versus Travis.
He wasn't bad. Just lost though, you know.
I think that there's been years I've been much more down on his individual. Like I hated his material for John and Math. Like I do not like those performances at all, right? But then you look at something recently. I have him losing to Trez. I have him losing to Ward. I have him losing to JC. Clearly, by the way, in all of them, Jazz as well.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more respectable. There's a round, maybe even like an A-Ward battle, like a round and a half that I actually like his performance for the most part. But it's just one of those where it's not as much disrespect as his individual performance as it is he's facing prime versions of top tiers that just have a little bit more like in the tank and more motivation for the battles. Hollow does, Jamal's on fire today, as he is always. Hollow does one great thing, a battle, and takes the other 2 rounds off. Yeah, kinda. You know, and I think that's the perfect way of describing the Jazz battle. He really only had one segment of his first I like. I didn't even like the whole first. I loved one haymaker enough that I even argued the first for him. But then the next 2 rounds, I don't know if it's cringy with the jokes or the approach isn't there, but he just runs out of steam. But here's the thing. Hollow doesn't really choke much. I think the only time he had anything kind of like that was the DNA battle. He looked all over the place. So the thing is, let's say that both of them have been having the same struggles they've had recently in this battle. That means that Hollow will be decent, but will kind of like get worse as the battle goes on. And Swamp might just not be clean. That's my big concern for Swamp, is that at his best right now, he can win this battle. But he hasn't been clean in any of his battles, man. And it makes it a really, really hard time for me to logically predict Swamp, besides liking his style a little bit more.
Yeah, it pains me to do this on one end because South Swamp, y'all know I am with that. But Swamp's been a little bit of CD Lamb on Thursday, right? His best defender has been himself. You know, he's got wins available, drops it, just drops that ball. Go ahead, touchdown right there.
And not no 7 receptions, 100 yards to go with it. Just 7 drops.
Just drops like a 10-yard, a couple 10-yarders. That's it. Like it's because the easy battle is right there for him to win it. Dropped it. Yeah. Like just dropped it. Now I haven't beaten Calico, but that Calico battle was great, and he was clean, and he surprisingly was clean in that battle, which is why it was good. But that was also what 2024.
Of last year was the best of Swamp. All of this year is the worst of Swamp. Absolutely. I mean, like just immediately, like completely the worst version of him, and so many matchups wasted. So I 100% agree with that, Titus.
He got a good chess and lost. Like he's like one of the few people to lose chess in recent memory. I like that battle too, but I had chess, sadly. Hurt to say.
That's really good in that battle.
I think
He was.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way as me. It's quite rare that I do this. Keith said Hollow's last notable win is Quill. And Lang, you're not entirely wrong, but in the last 7-8 battles, there is no swamp wins. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been worse performance as of recently. I'm going Hollow 2-1 Edge. I don't do this very often. This is not something that happens. And this card, if there is motivation to bring out Hollow's last Houston battle, right? And then Swamp is getting a Hollow battle. Is it the Hollow battle it was back when Mook, Lux, and Hollow were like the 3 god tiers that you earned? It doesn't quite hit like that anymore, but people are still motivated by a Hollow plate. You see it with JC Ward and all these people we just mentioned. So if anything will bring a great Swamp back to the table, it would be this. But because what Swamp's dealing with, he's spoken very honestly in real life is affecting him. I don't really know if all too much of that has changed as of right now. If he shows up the way he did versus Chess, I could see him winning. If he shows up any other way, I don't have him winning. So I got Hollow 2-1 Edge, but I don't know how this battle will go. I'm really all over the place with it.
It's confusing. Yeah, it's very confusing just given their current forms. And Swamp, like I said, Swamp's been very open about this like being his last year in battle rap. So this is his first last year in battle rap because he'll probably come back.
His first last year is insane.
Yeah, you know how it goes in this culture. So, but if he's in that kind of mode, it's either gonna be super motivated. It's gonna be like just get this over with. And I don't know where it's gonna go. I really don't know which way it goes. Hopefully, it goes in the way if he's just motivated and wants to beat Hollow's ass because I like when Swamp's good in battles. Battle rap's more fun.
That's awesome.
Really good in battles. Yeah, it's great.
I was gonna say like I don't like doing this, but yeah, like logically we should be picking Hollow to win the battle here because as Mo said, one of these people are getting through their raps and getting through their rounds and rapping that material, and the other person sadly is just not doing that. Swamp at his full capabilities absolutely destroys whatever a good Hollow looks like in 2025. Swamp should beat that. Swamp should clear that person, right? But I'm not confident that that's what we're gonna get here, and I don't know. I'm optimistic. I'm gonna hope that that's not. I'm gonna hope that Swamp does show up for the occasion with this being a bigger event. But I think that the conventional wisdom here, based on everything, has to be Hollow 2-1 Edge, but like with a question mark in parentheses around it. Like I guess like
yeah. All that being said, South nigga, Swamp 2-1. What y'all talking about? Swamp Town.
I respect that. There's a certain amount of bias that I respect. Like we're gonna turn them on, man. In the final hour.
You ain't seen bias yet, brother.
I'm about to go root for Aaron Rodgers' corpse, so I know all about rooting for losing scenarios.
The 2 clean rounds that Swamp gets off, that's what's gonna be one. It's gonna be one. I'm excited for whatever like Swamp Haymaker comes out of nowhere. It was my favorite Swamp Haymakers. We just says a bar, and like, there's gonna be some, and then just the building drops the next line.
It's gonna be some shit where it's like we don't even drink lean in South Carolina or something. Like what the fuck? Oh my god! And the whole shit comes down.
They found the dead. Goes out. Wow,
yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. He's mastered that. It's such a weird, unique ability that he mastered, but he got it.
Yeah, one more comment I actually want to make on this battle, and that's why I think the matchup is interesting, even with them not being great as of recently, is I do like styles in a game where you can mainly categorize people as punchers or anglers, or you can't do that for Hollow or Swamp. Even though their styles are vastly different, it's an example of that uniqueness where Hollow can quite literally hop into any bag he has to. I think that's kind of the whole allure of Hollow is the fact that he can't do anything given the matchup, and Swamp is someone that you can't. I think the real talk, the drug talk, a lot of South talk. To be honest with you, I think that's like the basis of why people like him. But he can get into some angling, he can get into some punching, or just get into some Swamp only type of shit, even some comedy. So the fact that they could both possibly do any bag within battle rap does make it interesting if they are there. Like there's a reason that it gets booked on a card like this. I just need to see them rap good and rap with effort. That's literally it because the ingredients are there.
Yeah, Q, any final thoughts? You good?
I'm good, bro.
All right. This has been a very fun podcast. It's been very, we're getting through our predictions. Now it's time to get to the toxic battles. Now it's time to get to the toxic shit. It's about to go down. Calico versus Rum Nitty.
Yep.
I'm somebody that's been behind the scenes. I know how much this battle means. One to Smo, and to Q as well. This battle means a lot to Smo. So much. There was a time we thought this battle was happening. Smo was pulled over on a median. Like, is it happening or not? Like, you stressed. Just wanted to know. Wanted to know. Battle means a lot to him. All right.
No, y'all don't even know, man. We couldn't even explain to them if we
tried.
tried.
My goodness! If y'all knew.
But this one right here, let me tell you, I don't do this often. We're heading to Classic County. Yes, we are. Yep, we are getting a classic in the co-main event. I am that confident in what Nitty and Calico are about to bring us. And I think that the best part about this is it's the ultimate style clash. You have the best puncher of all time versus the best. Really, I'm against puncher style of all time, to be honest with you. When you talk about Calico, another guy is hard to categorize, but really a real talk based battler. There is some guys you throw in there like a Rex, I think, a Reed in that category. But what Calico can do in the ring, theoretically, should be able to diffuse punching. It's 3 rounds of extremely tailored raps, a complete battle approach. The rapping ability itself, like what he's doing flow-wise, cadence-wise, definitely his strength. He is better at that than Rum Nitty is, at just rapping itself. And it's all these things that if you're able to use real-life substance and attack your opponent directly, you can diffuse just very creative wordplay, or, what people will consider as more general bars. But Nitty is the best of all time at this. So he has that ability where even though this should diffuse it, he's punched through angling from some of the best anglers ever, or he's met them at the top. I think the Lux battle is a great example of that. I think Iron is a great example of that. I had him beating T-Top when T-Top had an all-time angle in the third. So he's shown against the greatest defense against him, he can still win. But Calico might be the greatest at deploying that strategy. So it's the ultimate, like fire and ice type of matchup here. And that's why I think, and I do think they're going to show up at their best form, both of them. It's going to be a preferential battle, which isn't like the most fun thing to say, but that's just how great both of these battle rappers are. And that's what leads to a classic battle. But how do you guys feel about this one going in?
Thank you.
This is 2 of my all-time guys. Both are in my top 5 all time for the best battle rappers, my favorite battle rappers. Like, I love both of these guys. So of course, this finally happening after years when it was first rumored for Lockdown back in like 2018 or 2019, whatever that was.
For Lockdown, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's where they all started. It was supposed to be Nitty versus Calico before it turned into half a twerk and cow battle. Because thanks for that. So
it's got fucking nonsense. But like, from a pure fan standpoint, I'm so excited for this. Strategically, though, the last time we saw Nitty in someone that can maybe deploy some of the same tactics or give us a lot of the same feel that Calico can, most notably was against Reed Dollars at SM10. And Reed was phenomenal that night. Reed was incredible. By far the best Reed performance of all time. And Nitty was far from bad in the battle, but Reed just kind of got him, and it was really weird. It was odd. Not a great Nitty year either, to be fair. But it was just kind of odd. I was like, man, is there something to this idea of anyone who like super emphasizes the real talk, drug talk, street talk, whatever you want to call it, lane, that realness, authenticity lane that can just overpower Nitty's punching? And Nitty has shown he can overpower angling. He can overpower like super deep penmanship, but can he completely overpower and punch through someone who real talks him to death? And I'm not sure that we've seen that yet. So from that standpoint, I think I have Calico winning the battle, even though there's going to be preference based, and I feel like ultimately it's going to be a really close battle, like Smo pointed out. I think that Calico will do enough and control the room, control the momentum, control everything looks and feels enough as to where I think Calico will walk out of this feeling like the winner.
This battle's fun. This battle was fun for me. It's a great time for me personally. Before I get into my takes on this battle, I want to point out that Reed Dollars has wins over both these gentlemen. Let's just make sure we put that in the ethos. Make sure that's known. The general.
He choked twice versus Calico.
I'm giving you one. I'm giving you one. I'm giving you one.
Calico choked too. So we
I'm giving you one.
For the dub. We left for the dub.
It was a trash fest. It was especially ass.
Yeah. But, you know, it was 1-1. I'll give you 1-1 and 1-0 and 1.
It's a good agenda. I'm not here to tell you bad agenda. Keep going.
Pushing this for the Dollar General is crazy.
Watch your mouth, first of all.
Yeah, we will respect Reed Dollars too.
Yeah,
let's not go. Everything with this battle, be very careful the words that we're using around Jason.
Facts. Yeah, so Reed, Calico, and Rum Nitty is a battle that, like, I think is a fascinating style clash for one. It's such a fascinating battle. Like, for all the reasons y'all have already said, right? I think the points made about the style clash and the fact that the real talk, Nitty hasn't been able to punch around the real talk thing, right? Nitty learned something new. He deployed a new ability in the Lux battle that I found fascinating. He's like, I can't angle, but what I can do is use the things you say and do a punch angle with the things you said before. He flipped about 87 Lux slogans into an angle. It was so weird. I'm like, what is this? I like it.
He flipped like so many different Lux references.
It was like, crazy.
It's Lux references that you don't even like get the first time that you like are listening to it. Like you got oh yeah, like that is like a name of like Lux's old group, or like, oh yeah, they did call him Pop Lux. Like,
check the cameras and rewind and find it's more to find. I'm like, hey, I've heard that before.
Yeah, like it was such a fascinating evolution for Nitty to me. Now, I don't know how the evolution plays in this battle, but I want to point that out because I think it's something that shows that Nitty can evolve his style, right? Like, he can add to it. Can he add away to real talk punch? I don't know. I've heard Nitty real talk before, and it was great. Shout out to that second round versus Cortez. That poor Cortez. He didn't do nothing to deserve none of that. That
was fucked up.
To him. It was wrong. It was wrong of you to do that to him, Nitty. That was wrong of you to do him like that, but you did it, and it was great. I loved it.
She died for the 100K.
Yeah. So will
you,
dog. So I'm excited to see if he brings an evolution to this battle. He's been well prepared. Nitty has had a long time to write. There's that video of him writing outside and rehearsing before the face off with Calico. Calico's like, oh, that's what you're doing.
And he had a blunt and a cigarette.
Yeah, that's a focused man.
Different type of man at the moment.
That is a focused man.
Not to interrupt. I do want to point out though, like going along with this, like Nitty kind of like figuring out a way to add more to what he does when it comes to these mega battles. I also think that like Nitty has shown up in these like these really big battles for himself in the last couple. Nitty's shown up.
Absolutely.
and been fantastic. The LMAC battles, like
very
and Houston, like but the LMAC battles, like, you know, the big announced battle for Blackout, and Nitty goes out there in LMAC's return, and Nitty goes out there and handles business. Debatable battle, but like
out there and loses. I don't know what you brought that battle up for. Lost that one.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that.
I don't
know. I see what Titus is doing.
Yeah,
there's too much football on today to accept negativity. So I'm just going to.
I brought that battle up. Brought up a loss when he had 7-0s in Toronto, whatever he did in that first round.
Nah, he lost the first. He won the second.
He won the second and third. Anyway,
I wish Nitty was allowed to rap 11 minutes around. I think that would be so cool.
He don't want to. He should try it.
No, because he cares about us. Because he cares.
I'm saying this to say that Nitty shows up in these battles like the LMAC one. That is a debatable battle according to the Let's Talk Battle Rap poll that Nitty won 51-49. And then the Lux battle unknown, and then Daylight, and then Daylight. He's showing up for his big battles. That was the point I was making.
Daylight, West Coast Arsenal.
Nitty's great in that battle. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, the number one Joey Badass victim. Yeah, Daylight.
Nitty's great in the battle is the point. Nitty got him first before Joey Badass did. So
anyway, back to me. Back to me. Old Spice. Back to what I was saying. This battle is going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. All that being said, I got Calico because I just don't think you can. I don't think you can punch your way out of the real talk back. And Calico's shown us to be punch proof, right? And I think to the effect of it's not just real talk, but Calico. I know I was shown now he developed it after that, right? But I think Calico's not only just the real talk, but his rapping ability is so fucking
bad.
smooth,
and that has been a Nitty weakness when people rap better than him.
Yeah, like somebody that's gonna rap better than him, have the believability factor, have the authenticity. That Nitty has it too, but like it's a lot for just somebody who's probably gonna primarily punch to overcome in that battle. And I think it's gonna be the best thing. It's probably be one of the best Calicos. So it probably is gonna end up being a preferential battle where I will come on here and prefer Calico with a clear 2-1, most likely. And this battle will give us everything that Calico and Twerk didn't. And that's what's important.
Yes.
Twice. Calico and Twerk had 2 opportunities to give us a great battle.
And there's flashes in that Twerk battle of what it can be. With
my God, it's the best one rounder of all time. Such a good one rounder.
Now here's two more quick things, because obviously I have a lot of opinions on this battle as well. My winner is going to come down to Nitty 2-1 edge. Like I said, this is about as close as I'll come to calling a battle a tie, but I'll never call a battle a tie because that's a bitch ass thing to do. I'm going to give you my winner on the battle going into it. So I'm going Nitty 2-1 edge, and the biggest reason might be because of that Houston factor. In any other city, I feel like it might even be a little bit easier to just diffuse punching, especially in a bigger room of people. But Houston, it does not matter who goes up against punchers. They have shown Fonz infinite love. They have shown Av infinite love. And they've shown Nitty infinite love. I can't think of a Nitty performance in Houston that is anything less than very good, if not in many situations, some of his better work. And I think you look at the Daylight battle, that is a very, very, and I think after the fact, people almost try to say, well, it wasn't actually that good of a battle. No, don't blame Daylight's assness on Nitty, who had a very, very good, one of the more complete Nitty performances that you're going to find. And I could just see a world where that is the one place, battle rap wise, where I think punchers really do reign supreme. So I'm going to go Nitty 2-1 for that reason. And the other thing that's interesting is this is really Cal's first battle 3 rounds against like an all-time level puncher, because he's had a lot of comments about what punchers can't do versus him, and he has very limited battles versus punchers. He battled Heartless a million years ago. He lost that battle. It's a funny joke to bring up, but it really doesn't affect what we're looking at right now with this legendary version of Cal. He's got a 1-rounder versus Fonz in Ohio, where granted he was fucking spectacular in that 1-rounder versus Fonz. But he has not battled in a 3-rounder. When you really think of it, he hasn't battled Khan. He hasn't battled Magic. He hasn't battled Nitty. He hasn't battled Av. He hasn't battled Danny. So, like, that could very possibly – he's battled Big K. That was a debatable battle, right? He showed some good in that battle. But he hasn't battled a lot of the absolute best punchers ever. So, even though I think – and I agree –
one slight counterpoint to that.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
He does have the Tay-Rock battle.
Oh, they battle Rock.
Tay-Rock, and that's – yes, because Rock's battle really technically is punching. But I think when you bring up the top 5 punchers of all time, like, I don't think Rock is regularly put in that convo. He's more of a performance guy as well. Yeah. There's just certain things that, like, in terms of just pure puncher battle rappers, for him to speak so strongly against the lane of rappers, which I do think he's going to do great, but we actually haven't seen it. So there's just a bit of curiosity there where this is, in my opinion, the first all-time pure puncher he's going to face in a 3-round battle. So I'm excited. Tons of reasons that I'm excited to see why it's going to go down, but I'm expecting 10 out of 10 from both. It's my battle of the night. Calico and Nitty is my battle of the night from Bulletproof.
I agree with that. I agree. I have Calico and Nitty.
Unless this one that we're about to talk about is better, because it could be, but I'm going to go with Cal and Nitty for battle of the night for now.
I'm going Cal and Nitty. I think Cal and Nitty is easier to be battle of the night, whereas the next battle is going to be
all over the place. Yeah,
oh my God,
there's too much here. There's too much here for this to be battle of the night. There's too much.
And how often does a grudge match, let alone a god tier grudge match, end up playing out in a perfection for both sides? Usually, someone simply gets like the worst end of the deal. But with us talking about it, let's get into Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook. Possibly, in terms of combo from stature on both sides, the biggest battle of all time. Like it can very much so. After the fact, it'll have to be so polarizing and get those numbers to be that. But this has the potential to be just simply one of the biggest battles ever. So
yeah, this is a properly built up battle. I don't know how many of these there are. Like a properly built up battle in the modern era of 2 actual god tiers coming off really good performances. This isn't the battle that just got booked after they were both like not good. Mook's really fucking good versus Arsenal. Hitman's really fucking good versus Gotti, right? Like these are two guys who showed us who they are, who have shown us who they are in the last couple battles, right? So I'm super excited for this battle. I'm glad it got booked. The toxicity has been great. I still want them to play a game of one-on-one after. I want them to hoop. I want them to do. I said when they were arguing last year, I want to see like an Olympic style. Like I wanted like a decathlon
do a foot race
with a rap battle.
Play pool.
Like yeah, I want to see them do all kind of other activities versus each other, as well as do a battle. Let me get a 2K game and a Madden game. Same
day. Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see them play 2K.
2K
great. It'd be great, right? So
Mook said, you ever played Assassin's Creed?
It's a thing called the Animatrix. I was like, oh.
Yo, who's Mook's favorite assassin?
Mook is definitely an Ezio guy.
Yeah, Ezio nigga, right?
He's definitely an Ezio nigga.
Mook Mook might be outside. Black Flag with all the dot mob, man. Damn, Black Flag is a unit.
Oh shit.
That's hard. But yeah, I'm here for this battle, man. I want y'all to go first.
I have apologized to Mook on several occasions because dating back to the Gotti battle some years ago, I remember saying some not so nice things at that point in time. I said Gotti would embarrass him. I yelled it very loudly, very passionately, and then he woo walked on him, along with Sirius Jones and several other.
Sirius Jones.
Remember when Sirius Jones was from Harlem for like a couple months?
Remember when Sirius Jones had friends? Oh my god! Remember when Sirius Jones displayed camaraderie with other battle rappers? What? Oh my goodness!
Oh, man.
But as I watched that unfold and Mook put on like a legit like good big stage performance against Gotti in New York, I was like, "Fuck, man, he got it. He did it, and he did it again versus Twerk." And I was like, "Man, this guy is like maybe figured out the stage thing, right?" And I respect everything that Mook has done. Obviously, I'm setting up a curve here, but like, I'm setting up the fact I'm going to say
Murder Mook is a dear friend.
I love Murder Mook. Amazing guy. But as much as I am impressed by Mook's recent form on these big stages where I think he's shown significant improvements, you can't separate the fact that these big stage performances have been in New York. You can't just not mention it. It's relevant. It has to be relevant. When he can do things like directly pander to New York and the way that he does in the Gotti battle, it's relevant. In New York, he faces an amazing Twerk, but he gets 3-0 chanted or 2-0 chanted, whatever you want to call it. Like, he got chants against him in that room, in that building, as good as he is in that battle. I have very, very real fears of what Murder Mook on a big stage, at least around a bunch of people, whether it's pit style or not, around a bunch of people, what Murder Mook will do, and how that comes across, and how that translates. Hitman, while he hasn't been a big stage guy for the last few years, I always think he has the capability of turning it on when he feels like it. I feel like I have to go Hitman on this battle. Excuse me. The question is how clear. I think Mook could get around. I think Mook will get around. But there's no way to me that in a big stage, not on New York, that Mook wins this battle. I just have a hard time seeing this. I got Hitman 2-1.
Go ahead, Smo.
Yeah, this is an extremely hard one for me to predict, right? Because I'm looking at it almost is. I can't even say a straight up style clash because I do think this is going to be like an angle war. I think both of them are going to be extremely tailored. I think both of them are amazing anglers. I'd probably put Mook a little bit above Hitman historically, even with less battles, because he's really one of the people that kind of made angles what they are today. But I think Hitman's a super elite angler as well. So it depends on how each of them break down kind of the subject matter. And then you also have the things where Hitman, it's going to be pro performance for Hitman. And we're talking just wordplay. And I think when Mook says there's nothing Hitman can do with him, rapping wise, because they're also both great pure rappers, like really a stalemate. They're both so good at it. But in terms of punches and schemes and like the wordplay itself, that's big advantage Mook. And I could see a world where that Mook is able to show the difference in that category. And for the people that have been running around saying, Hitman can absolutely not rap with Mook at all. If it's something like the Mook versus Arsenal, where I think he did a great job of, even though he angled with Ars, he really just rapped better shit than Ars rap more than anything. But I am so confident how Hitman's gonna be able to break down this subject
live in misery.
Yeah, and I think that what an amazing segment, right? But I think the thing, it's kind of funny. This battle always started as an argument for who would be the A side, right? This was a huge argument of who simply is the bigger star in a sense, and Mook passionately for a long time was saying, "I am the A side. I am bigger. I mean more." And it's kind of funny because now you get to the face off, which I think both of them played their cards the right way. It's what makes it a great face off. But Mook's like, "Well, he's just popular." Well, are we arguing about the A side? And then when we finally get to that convo, we realize it's not that. We're just saying, well, he's on Wild 'N Out. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I do think that there is times where Hitman abuses money talk or status talk a little bit. I don't think it's to the level some people think it is. But him and Goods have commonly been critiqued for this, and it is a big part of their style. So Hitman cannot OD on that subject matter whatsoever. But for people to act like it's disqualified to bring up who's the bigger star angle in the battle when it's the basis of why they're going out.
Yeah, that's the whole basis.
Yeah. It's like it only gets discredited on Hitman's side, but with Mook, they'll be like, he's Mount Rushmore. So when does it only matter for one side? And I think the day of, Hitman might do a better job of painting the picture there of like, yeah, you helped build this sport and you're Mount Rushmore, but I'm the one that's really taken it to the next level. I run my own league now. You didn't do that, even though you were here before me. I get significantly more views per battle, right? Like it's bigger when I step out. So I actually think while some people are downplaying that, like that's not going to be a huge part of the battle, that kind of is the fucking battle. That's what we're talking about the whole time. And I just think it's advantage Hitman a little bit there. Can Mook win this battle? Absolutely. This is an extremely, extremely tough battle to call, but bigger room outside of New York. As Titus brought up, I think there's a bit, even though I think Mook's gotten better in that regard, it's advantage Hitman there. And I think if it's a war of angles, I think the way the subject matter is going to get broken down will also be advantage Hitman a little bit. And I think he is underrated in terms of his rapping ability and even his wordplay a little bit. Like I said, I give Mook that, but people that act like Hitman is Cassidy or something, it baffles me a little bit. So I have Hitman 2-1 edge. It could also be battle of the night. I'm not picking it for battle of the night, but it would be poetic if, with how big this battle is, how much it probably fucking costs, and how hyped it is, if it was the most important thing of the night. But I'm going with my prediction since the beginning, man. I'm going Hitman 2-1 edge in something that's going to be instant battle rap history. Like, I can't even fathom the amount of debates and ugliness and different talking points after this battle is going to be insanity. And that's what battle rap's all about. So
these Harlem legends for years have been living off their Harlem reputation. It's like, we got battle rap to where it's at. We took the heights. We're from Harlem. We were on the DVDs. That's all cool. But these Harlem legends, it's a little crawl to a million sometimes. I gotta crawl to that million. That million not automatic. They gotta, we got a million. And it'd be like 1 million. Ew. Yuck. Yuck.
Yuck to 1 million, Titus?
This is Hitman Holla. This is 2 million. We average about 2.5.
2.5. That is 2.8, I believe it is.
You averaging 2.8 million. This is the talk that's coming. Because I saw Mook being like, yo, he can't be, how is he God tier? He's not God tier. He can't be God tier. That's and God tier is when every time you come outside your main event. Every time. Yeah. You're not outside every week. You're not outside a lot. It's why active battle rappers who are great can't be God tier, right? So I don't have Tay-Rock in God tier. So I don't have Rum Nitty in God tier yet. Because they're too active. Geechee, they're too active.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
When you're inactive, but every time you come outside, this is the main event. That's every single time. Look at this comment. Look at this comment. They battled in the closet. Nobody was there but Smack. There are people here, humans, live human beings.
They battled in the gulag.
In the gulag, real human beings are gonna be in the building. That don't matter. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, I'm sorry. What was I saying? What was that? I forgot.
They want to downplay like the.
Oh yeah, they want to downplay Hitman status. Everything
that
that comes outside, the same accolades that Lux and Mook always are. Mook mainly. Lux don't really talk about too much. The same like, oh, I'm outside, I'm main event, I'm this, that, and third. Hitman got the same effect every time he's outside. It's a movie. They booked 3 max outs around Hitman Holla. 3 of them. Main event, all 3. I'm gonna tell you, right? There's not really much.
RB talk in this battle as well, being that both of them towards the end of RB's, you know what I'm saying, time were booked as main events, and apparently financially it went a little bit different for one guy than it did it publicly. I'm not just saying that, you know what I'm saying?
This is public info.
Stated public.
I think that gets ignored. Like what we've heard along the way, and I'm saying Mook can definitely win this battle still, but I think people love that impact talk until someone they don't like is the more impactful, and then they're like, "Oh, well, that's all we don't want to hear any of that."
Hold on.
The Hunt said, "Now let's be honest, Hitman doesn't have the same effect." You're right. He doesn't have the same effect. You know why? Because most time Hitman's battles end up as Battle of the Night or Battle of the Year or something like that. Hitman, it will Battle of the Year candidate. Hitman gets you got Battle of the Year. I'm waiting on Mook's Battle of the Year winner.
This is what I don't. This is what I really don't get about like the Hitman versus New York conversation, right? Let's do Hitman. Let's ride it to Hitman versus New York because let's do Lux and Mook, right? Like for argument's sake, let's do both of these guys, right? Like Hitman hasn't battled either of them up to this point where he's battling Mook. Battled neither one of these niggas, and like Hitman has all of the like the different accolades and things to his like stature and name and status already without having needed to battle those guys at all. And I feel and I don't
with no God tier on his resume.
And when he said that, and when Hitman said that shit, that was facts.
It was.
That's like complete.
It was such facts. It was such facts. I had written it in his write up on the Midwest thing like a week before the battle. I was like, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. If Murder Mook averaged 2.5 million views per battle, he'd rap about it for at least one whole round.
That's a fact.
That's what's funny about the money talk. Like, oh, you talk about money. You talk money. Mook's first segment in the Iron Solomon battle. That
is $20,000.
That was the whole thing. I got 20 racks for this.
And there's ways. Listen, there's especially the way sometimes Hitman can get a little bit overly passionate or argue with the people he's got no business arguing with. So Hitman, like some of these things said against Hitman, when he takes a loss, that he is not very good at receiving criticism. 1,000% true. So I'm not saying all of these things said about Hitman aren't true. There's plenty of ways to attack him, but I just think that people trying to be like, well, he can't talk impact talk at all with Mook. Why? Like we're acting like Mook doesn't go in every battle and belittle people.
Like a Hitman, not the.
He can't talk. Stop rapping about status all of a sudden when they rap about it every fucking battle.
He can't talk impact with a guy whose like entire thing has been. You said you wanted to be me. You said you was the Midwest murder.
Some people are being a little unfair and trying to stack things like, oh, if Hitman mentions this thing that he is an advantage in, we're gonna not like it. Why?
Nah.
Why? You know what I mean?
If there's anything, if he does it versus like, let's like just take recent battle. If he does it versus like Easy or Ill Will, it's all, you're like, I mean, all right, you can do that, but like, all right, that's not like kind of like what I care too much about this battle for. But if you're doing it versus fucking Murder Mook,
this is the battle we want to hear.
Of course. Like, hey, go tell that nigga that you got the first million view battle on URL channel. Go tell that nigga that. Tell him that as many times as you want to tell him that shit.
Tell them how, they like I said, they started DVD. That shit, Hitman elevated that shit to new heights. He went to different places that Mook and them never went to. Tell him. Lux did. Lux touched those heights for sure, right? But Hitman's touched them and stayed there every single time. He stays there, and that's a lot of talks, a lot of words gonna be said. Some of the contradictions here, between like I think Mook could absolutely talk about Hitman being emotional. It's gonna hit every time. And even then, I don't want to say emotional like a negative thing. I think Hitman's just like he's like you said, he's always willing to. Even the face off kind of showed, right? Like he can get himself mad just by talking, like.
Very passionate guy.
Yeah, right. I think that hits, but I think Hitman being like, "Yo, I've done all this stuff. You're the quote unquote legend in the Mount Rushmore guy. I've done all this stuff you haven't done. You haven't seen these places. You haven't touched these areas I've been in my life.
A lot of this,
that's what these battles is about. And I've said it for months. The first Harlem legend Hitman Holla gets is dying. Mook you up first.
The thing to me about this battle,
he already lost to some legends, but I kind of get where you're going with that one.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like the old school, the OGs.
the thing to me, I'll get to the Hunt's comment right there in a second. But the thing to me about this is I think people like most battle rap. There's battle raps. Oh, you kind of already have a favorite going in. It's entertainment, so you kind of like already have like whoever you favor, right? But here's the thing: this battle, more than any battle, maybe battle rap history, is entirely about who do you plan on believing when you go when you're going into this. Who do you play? Like Hitman. Everything that we're saying about Hitman, his numbers and this and that, is all factual, relevant information. It's all true. So when he says it in the battle, of course he still has to package it well and present it well and rap it well. But when he says it, it's still going to be factual information. Like, so of course I'm like, oh yeah, I mean the shit he's saying is facts. So what can Mook say? What can Mook present that makes you be like, damn, you got a good point here, or damn, you made another good point here. Like a lot of this is going to be like how you're presenting your information. What goes to Mo's point about like this being about the angling, and I don't know. Like I think Mook has stuff he can say. I think Mook has stuff that can work. But to me, just keep being real. A lot of what Hitman's going to say is like,
can Mook equal the dollar? Last time he was in Houston, he had an eagle dollar. Last time he was in Houston, he had an eagle dollar.
He did pull out a dollar, but don't eagle the dollar. Like he did.
The last time he battled outside of, well, I'm sorry. Well, no, he battled in Detroit. But the other time he battled in the South, he was doing ABC schemes.
Remember that? One thing though with Mook, I feel like in his last few battles, you look at the Twerk and Arsenal battle.
Dumpty.
Yeah, he really cleaned up having one signature ass ball. Like, there's just certain bars where I feel like Mook realized, like, I don't need to take this risk and do this 24 bar scheme about like
I'm a F and G.
Yeah, like I think that it was sometimes with Mook, I think he would hurt himself more than the round would actually be. Like there would just be a segment that's so horribly bad. What'd you say?
No hard feelings. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. That's not that's not cement. No, it's not. Yeah. That's not how you say it. So if he, and I do think though he's cleaned that up a bit, because I think at times that's when Mook can be his worst enemy. It has nothing to do with what's going against him. If he has a more hypocritical than a dying, you know how it goes. Like those hurt you more than just not rapping them. But I think that that's something where listen, Hitman is known to slide on someone in Nike slides. You know what I'm saying? So both of these guys have air ball potential. I'm hoping they both clean that up because that could really annoy the fuck out of me if I got to hear both.
This battle is going to be a heavy hitter. It's going to be a lot of heavy. It's going to be like a heavyweight fight, right? I think it's going to have I think the battle's going to be very much like a boxing match.
They're going to throw some misses. They're going to throw some misses.
There's going to be some rounds where it's like, ooh, that was some segments in these rounds. Like, that wasn't it. That's gonna happen for sure.
I hope it's not red rum murder backwards bars. You know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing for Mook. Mook has been making this point, and he said it in that viral 15 minutes fan that we said about Mook, about Hitman. He don't got not no one rap better than the round that I rap wrote. Right? He's just gonna go out here and try and be the super. I rap better than this guy. I rap better than him. You can't. So
we can rap with no one. We can rap with no one there.
No one in the room.
I ain't gonna lie.
We're not doing that one.
And let's talk about the fact. I'll be very upset. I'll be very, very.
And let's not miss the fact. The one thing I caught in that face off. Mook ducked this battle in Atlanta. Let's not ignore that. He ducked that.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Houston a little bit more than Atlanta. They said I think it worked out, but
that's fine. Yeah. He was like, yo. They were like, you say you want to do it? Like, no, I don't. That's your other home. What you scared for? Ain't you Murder Mook? You want to go to St. Louis? You don't want to go to Atlanta? I'm supposed to believe that, Mr. Mook?
Yeah,
Mr. Easy Man.
Okay, I'm glad this isn't happening in St. Louis or New York. Though.
I am too, actually. I didn't want that there.
I want no excuses for nothing.
Yeah, I didn't want that there.
Houston is probably, at least states-wise, because I think London is doing some incredible things, which we'll find out about soon. But I think like Houston is our best American audience at this moment. Like they're the most down the middle, unbiased. They will root for any style. They don't really have a particular rapper. Like New York, there are certain rappers that have a bad relationship with New York. You know what I'm saying? Probably because they said New York a lot. So that's on them. But Houston, there is none of that. Like everyone should be getting an equal playing field of love, which is perfect for a battle of this magnitude. So
hey, the Hunt, I see what type of time you want.
Slide on Nike.
And it was a bad bar. It was a bad bar. But your man poured beer for Poor Bears on a bear on Smokey the Bear. I poured beer on Smokey the Bear.
Poor Bear.
And Poor Bear, and the Poor Bear caught on fire with the Poor Bear on Poor Bear.
He said, "I could haul it for an alcoholic."
I could haul it.
That's not business.
Okay, so I will. So
it's kind of crazy. Both of them got a highlight reel of nonsense. Both of them are very prone to some of these nonsense moments. Mook maybe more particularly, but both of them.
you got to show me you can beat Hitman Holla, Mook. You got to show me something. Show me you can be good in Houston. I ain't seen it.
Wow.
I ain't seen it. Yeah, you were really great in that Arsenal battle. You was great in that Arsenal battle.
Fantastic.
It's one of my favorite Mook performances ever. Like absolutely my favorite performance ever.
Easily. Atlanta is
ain't it? Yeah. That's the other thing. But you know, it was Arsenal. It was Arsenal. Okay, like you put up your highlights. You did what you're supposed to do, but brother, you played the. Oh, I almost said the wrong team. You played the Titans, brother. You played Tennessee Titans.
Damn.
Right? Congrats.
Yo, listen. No, were you about to?
Congrats.
No, we got to talk after this. We got to talk. We got to talk. Don't worry about it.
I switched it.
No, we got to talk. Don't worry about it. We got to talk. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
They had the number 1 pick, bro. Like,
don't worry about it, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Salute to you. Salute to you, man. Hitman Holla, man. His Hitman Holla first time in Houston too.
Oh
yeah. Let's not forget that. It's his first time there too.
Hold on. The Hunt also said who gains more from this? What is the stakes?
I do. I gain from this.
And like I feel like look, here's
it's a good question, and I want to you want me to answer this because I know you don't want to say it, but I'll say it.
Go ahead.
I'm saying all this about Murder Mook because I'm confident he's not gonna win this battle, and y'all know I've been big St. Louis on this for a good year and a half. I've been team St. Louis for this one. They're lucky I didn't have a Cardinal cap. I did an elite Corso and put it on, threw a New York hat to the side. The stakes are, and I 100% like mean this. I believe Murder Mook wins this battle. He has a very, very like kind of clear cut case at being the GOAT. There's not much I can say. Transcending eras, having wins over Geechee Gotti, Tay-Rock, and Hitman Holla. 3 guys who are all in my top 5. There's really not much for me to say.
That's my top 3.
10. Yeah, like there's not really not much to say
as well. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, like
there's different ways to view it because there's some people like the people that think Mook is already the GOAT thinks that he has absolutely nothing that could affect anything. He only sits at the top. Whether he was
already the GOAT 10 years ago.
But he's got a third of the resume of Hitman, right? So it would do humongous things for both because I think both are genuine, and you'll find multiple people that argue either of them as the best ever. Like these are guys that are truly in the convo. Not when we say like they're an all-time great, but there's like 10 people ahead of them. Like these guys are at the top of the top. So a win for either just strengthens what's already a strong case. But with Mook having just far less battles, like less than 15 3-round battles that are on camera, every addition hits so much harder with a limited resume. So now if you add a Hitman Holla win to what's already like a limited but powerful resume, you get a bigger chunk of credit than Hitman, who's got 30 battles. You know what I'm saying? Versus a variety of all-time greats. It'll be the first that stature-wise is eye level with him, besides Cassidy, but it's a celebrity plate. It's kind of a different thing altogether. So I would go Murder Mook because of just having less battles. Each one is going to mean a little bit more, but it's like almost preferential because both of them are going to turn around and say I'm the best battle rapper of all time, depending on who wins. So like it kind of does the same for both. But I'll agree. Yeah, I'll go hit. Yeah, I'll go Mook for the sake of this argument.
Yeah, I have Hitman as my current GOAT, and I think this just like further solidifies why I have him there. I forgot Mook hemmed him up it. I forgot he hemmed him up it that one time in Houston. The other time in Houston. Boy, that Reed Dollars battle is bad. That's a bad battle.
I really feel like how good he is in like the Geechee battle, the Twerk battle. We forget about the McKay battle. We just like, hey, we forget about.
They just erased that.
He's actually,
but I think we forget how historically bad he is.
Lost clear,
right? Yeah, that
like,
was just a race.
Yeah, like I feel like we were like, bro, like it's not that long ago though. He was putting putting the eagle dollar. It wasn't that long ago.
Oh, Big K, Humpty Dumpty.
He did.
But to Titus's point though, like Hitman, Rock, Geechee, in whatever order is my top 3. Those are in my opinion, those are the top 3 battle rappers of all time. So if in some world Mook beat Hitman and it was pretty decisive, I would have to wrestle with the fact that Mook has now beaten my top 3.
3-1-4.
And that is a lot to now suddenly have to think about in process when it comes to like ranking battle rap for me.
Might make him top 1. You know,
there's not much.
If he beats my top 3, he might just have to be number 1.
God forbid.
I don't know what I can do with that.
Like,
yeah. All this being said, Hitman 2-1. It's we're getting this dub. All right. all that stuff was cool, man. It was cool that y'all were on the DVDs. Awesome. Congratulations.
Whooping on Arsenal in Detroit.
Great. Yeah, congrats. Awesome you were on the DVDs.
He was special versus Arsenal.
He was. It was so good. But on Saturday, we was talking about how you ain't as good as Hitman. That's what we're gonna talk about Saturday. That's what we're gonna be talking about Saturday night. Hitman holla 2-1.
We'll see. Listen, we have.
Yeah.
There's really no reason this should be any less than a 9 out of 10 event.
1,000%.
I mean, when you're putting these types of matchups together, you're expecting the best of the best. And like pretty much next show it'll be interesting because we'll have to recap Bulletproof and predict that.
So I'm thinking. I guess we have our pre-show meeting now. Do y'all want to do the live? Well, depending on how late that event runs Saturday night, y'all want to do the live recap and then just do a prediction show
the next day?
Yeah.
I'll be free.
Also, for those in the comments, let us know. Do you want
how you want us to do it?
A recap immediately after? Like we'll do the recap show damn near like as the pay-per-view goes off, and then do predictions the next day, or do you want one big ass show on like Sunday morning for all of it, which is just tough because football means more than any of this. It's a mean thing to say. We 100% mean that. I want to watch my football. So
Ariel, no 30 is needed at all. No 30 is needed at all.
Does either one have to 30 or 2-1 to solidify a great win? If there's a 30 in this battle, it will go on to be the most talked about L in the history of battle rap. I thought there will be a 30. It would be pretty special. Do the recap on Monday, brother. I have work.
That's
I'm a working man.
What is that?
This is my free time.
It would be cool. It would be very cool.
Yeah, I wish we could.
That's
not going to fit our schedules.
Unless we pre-recorded it, we'll discuss that. We'll
talk about that. Jay Black's here. Shake his hand. Jay Black, shake my hand. I listened to that Lux this the other day. I forgot what good that shit was.
Yeah, Jay Black, the man who doesn't like Rum Nitty versus Calico. It's okay. We're going to talk about you. It's okay. Your time's coming.
Exciting times, man. Exciting times.
Yeah. I remember. The North didn't forget.
Our last topic for the day. It's off battle rap. It's good fun. We all had Nitty Calico's battle of the night, right?
Yeah.
And if it's Hitman and Mook, I wouldn't be surprised. Any other battle, I would be surprised. So.
Yeah, but let's talk NFL, guys. Football's back.
A little bit.
Immediate hot takes. The Chiefs suck. It's over.
Yeah,
it's over until they. It's over until they play the. It's over until they play the Bills in the wild card round, and then Josh Allen loses again, and then
or the catch the Ravens again.
I ain't gonna lie, it ain't that different from battle rap, man. Josh Allen getting a lot of credit for good losses.
Oh, it is the same, isn't it? Yo, I can't wait. Yo, we all gonna do it. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it.
Real Allen or Josh Sick? Never mind.
Yo,
the story.
There it is. That was great.
But no, I'm excited, Titus. Obviously, you're excited. You're rooting for the reigning and defending Super Bowl champions. So that's a good life to be living. Me and Q, not living is quite as good of a life. I'm a Steelers fan. It's another rush to 9-8 or 10-7, whatever makes us feel more comfortable. And then Q, how you doing over there, man? Right.
Daniel Jones is my starting quarterback.
Yeah, it's not. So Titus, you have the most joy to speak.
Matter of fact, no, hold on. Why'd you even do the segment? Like Daniel Jones.
My idea.
No, nigga.
Like,
we talk about
we
football.
Do a Sunday show. We do a Sunday show, and I thought, let's talk about football. Let's pick like the big games of the weekend.
Let's pick the game.
Okay, let's pick Sunday night, Monday night. That was my thought.
What are a couple of our big games before we get out of here, man?
Don't get defensive. Don't get defensive, Daniel Jones. We got Ravens at Bills tonight.
Yeah,
we got Ravens, Bills. We got Lions, Packers at 4:25. I like those games.
I do like Lions and Packers.
Is Parsons playing?
I believe he is. Yeah.
We're gonna see. I'm going Lions to beat the Packers. I'm a little worried. I don't know. Green Bay's receiver situation is a little bit fucked up with Jaden Reed hurt. I like Matthew Golden a lot, but that's a lot to put on a rookie. Like his very first touches to the NFL, he probably needs to be the main weapon for them to win this game.
Yeah.
And the Lions just have more of a complete football team. I have Aiden Hutchinson as IDP in fantasy, so a couple of sacks would be great coming off a compound fracture.
Yeah.
But overall, I just think that they're a bit of a better team. They can control with the rush a little bit more. And then with the Ravens and the Bills, it's always a war for the most part. I'm going to be going.
Late to Mama Ward. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for pulling up as always, Mama Ward. I'm going to be going. I think the Bills might edge it out. I think the Bills come out with a lot of. I mean, I do think that Josh Allen is a top 2 quarterback in all of football. He's firmly number 2, although some people would disagree. But I could just see Buffalo coming out with this statement win. Is it in Buffalo or is it in Baltimore? If it's in Buffalo, I definitely have Buffalo. Yeah, I just think that they'll enter. But it's a tough fight, and if it's you can look at how close their playoff game was last year. Almost every time they meet up, it's a pretty close affair. So I'm going to go Buffalo winning and Detroit winning, but both should be great games.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Bills because no one develops new ways to lose games like the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
It's a thing. Last year, the Chiefs were supposed to start off 0-1, and then Isaiah Likely's foot was too big, and he was out of bounds.
That shit was different.
Yeah, and also it goes that same as a Steelers fan. I am a passionate Ravens hater. Like, there's no I don't say good things about them publicly. Really privately either. I don't. So I'm never. You're never gonna have me up here saying nice things about the Ravens.
Yeah. I think it's hard. It's a hard win for them. I kind of want the Ravens to have a fall off this year. Not that I don't like Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson. Not Lamar Jackson thing. It's I'm kind of over. I'm over John Harbaugh. I don't see John Harbaugh as that guy. Like,
Titus is your best agenda. This is your best prediction, Titus. I'm loving it.
How many years can a John Harbaugh team get away with these same issues? And at no point do we ever blame the coach. Like, I just don't understand how many times we get to do this thing with them in the playoffs, and we just don't look at John Harbaugh like, hey, why is this always happening to your team specifically?
Yeah,
every time.
When your quarterback always takes a dip performance-wise come the big
He does. But could a better coach get more out of him? I don't know. I'm just curious about it. It's always John Harbaugh team. So I'm over him. Lions Packers. I think I'm taking the Lions. Michael Parsons said something stupid already. Right. Like, trick plays are a gimmick. They're not for good tests because they're just saying you can't beat us straight up. That's what Michael Parsons said.
You know what else is a gimmick? The best defensive player consistently losing and hopping on a podcast. It's also a gimmick.
The best defensive player never stopping a run play in his entire fucking career. At no point. Got no TFL.
They shipped him out. They said, why'd you ship out Micah?
Man, I got a single TFL. Shit is ridiculous. But yeah. I got Lions. Yeah, I got Lions, Bills. Q, who you got?
I got Lions and Ravens.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Actually, I don't care. I forgot about my agenda. Well, the thing is, the Lamar Jackson thing is going to happen, and I don't want to deal with that game 1. But I'm pushing the John Harbaugh agenda, so I'm good.
I understand because you raise a very fair point about Harbaugh. You raise a very fair point here. I don't know. Even though it's on the road, I kind of just like I like how the Ravens feel coming into the season. To be honest, I don't think either of them are going to beat the Chiefs until I see otherwise. But if they're like them playing each other, I kind of like the matchup here for the Ravens.
Kind of crazy. The Chiefs went 0-1, and we're like, we're going to need to see more than that to prove that the devil's dead.
Yeah, it's
it's
a recipe. It's just
I still saw him. I saw him throwing the ball. I saw the horns. I saw him throwing sideways while his feet weren't on the floor. I'm still seeing over there. An arrowhead sign on.
Ravens and Bills are going to be like super duper competitive. Lions and Packers I like a lot, and I'm going to be curious to see like if like the Lions kind of like thoroughly control that one.
I want to see if the Jared Goff thing ends now that Ben Johnson's gone.
Y'all seen Herbert playing?
Yeah, that's another thing. The OC's gone, so it's like, is that still real?
Yeah, y'all seen Herbert cook against the Chiefs? He was on fire. It's about damn time.
He was. Hey, listen, that's why I drafted him in fantasy.
Potential man.
I don't got to worry about it in playoff time. I just need the fraudulent numbers. I just need the regular season games. So shout out to you, Justin. One Justin to another brother.
Herbert is ultimate potential in the NFL.
I heard some crazy shit, and I need to verify.
He's the what if man. Herbert is like the man. Herbert's like the chest of the NFL.
Yo, what the fuck?
Are you sure? Are we sure it's not Trevor Lawrence?
Ooh, hold on! Don't disrespect chest like that. Hold on.
That's fair.
I'm not sure Trevor Lawrence is good.
Man,
Justin Herbert did blow the 27-point lead to Justin Herbert did blow the 27-point lead to Trevor Lawrence.
This is true. It did happen.
That is fair.
Also, did y'all know Justin Herbert got drafted before Trevor Lawrence? Did y'all realize that?
Yeah.
This is disgusting. Being a white quarterback is amazing. Like you can just be consistently there. Like just
hey, Daniel Jones would agree with you, Titus. So
facts, yeah.
What is that? Is that everything we got for the day, man?
That's it. I think, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go turn the air. I'm about to go. We got the grill right outside the window here. I can't flip the camera. But we're about to get activated into the important things.
Get the tailgate going. Get your ribs, your burgers, whatever you got. Turn up. Watch football. Watch battle rap next week. Bulletproof going down. We're gonna have a recap between Saturday night and Monday morning. We're gonna have Sunday Madness predictions at some point that same weekend. It's going down. Let's talk battle rap everywhere. I almost said something real crazy. I'm gonna end the stream before I do it. We out.
Well, because you